she scratched the I mean, she was choking her. Or talked to her. I've got her blocked on everything. They're stuck, but I was trying to get her. I was like, get out of my house.
You injured at all?
Yes.
I mean, how does this even happen, bro? Look, it's saying she showed up to his house and beat the shit out of his wife right in front of him. Nothing else needs to be said. Let's press play on this. What? Huh?
I don't know where to begin. And I'm going to be ungodly, truthfully honest. The gentleman that lives at that address has been my on and off boyfriend for the last almost 5 years.
Okay, we're gonna talk to.
So
what's going on, right?
The gentleman that lives in that house, that's the homeowner.
Okay.
He and I have been boyfriend, girlfriend for the last 5 years.
Okay.
I simply just came over to talk to him, to see what was going on.
Have you guys been having any issues over the last?
Yeah, well, it's the female party inside this house.
Okay.
Which is his wife.
Stalking me. She's made threats on social media. I have everything. I have all the police reports from where I live.
Okay.
I just simply came to talk to him, and shit got physical, ungodly, freaking quickly.
Okay.
I want this woman dead. I'm just gonna be straight up with you. I don't like
Whoa. That's an insane statement to say right in front of the. Cause she just said, "I want that woman dead." This is somebody you gotta change continents to get away from. Imagine having this shit as your stalker. She just said, "I want her dead" to the cops. Why would you say? Does she think she has any type of like these are her foot soldiers and she's commanding them to go smoke her? Why in the world would you say something like that to a cop? If anything, that raises all types of eyes and red flags to focus on you as the person in the wrong or the crazy person. Hold on.
Bad news.
Okay. So I know that's your belief, but also when you start talking about serious physical harm and stuff like that,
no,
that could be portrayed as aggravated menacing, which is a criminal act.
And I understand that.
What's your name, ma'am?
Michaela, Michaela.
Michaela.
It's Michael with an A at the end.
And what's your last name?
Barrett, Bravo, Alpha, Romeo, Echo, Travis.
Sorry, Derek, right?
Bravo,
okay.
Bravo, Alpha, Romeo, Echo, Tango.
All right, now I'm confused. Okay, you're trying to use
it's B-A-R-R-E-T-T.
B-R-A.
It's B-A-R-R-E-T-T.
This is who the mental asylums were made for, bro. What is she talking about? She did not say Bravo, Alpha. What? To spell her name? Bro. I don't like her. I do not like her. My question is to the guy in the house, bro. She's not stalking you for no reason. And if she is, then she's a soldier of Satan, bro. Shit, you got cursed. But realistically speaking, I don't think she's stalking you for no reason, bro. Either y'all talked or something happened in between y'all, or meaning if that's the case, bro, you really need to, like, you know what? Let me not say that before we even get to what he has to say. It's just insane.
Your phonetic alphabet just absolutely just destroyed my brain. B-R-R.
B-A.
B-A.
Here, let me grab my license for you.
Yeah, because that's not doing it, so, okay, cool. Where you live at?
I live up in Groveport.
Okay. So you came down from Groveport to come in here to contact him to try and solve some issues?
Yeah.
Did he ever say, hey, don't come over here or anything like that?
He hasn't been talking to me for the past almost year and a half because of her, and every time I try to talk to him, he gets involved.
So he hasn't been talking to you for a year and a half. So you show up and beat the shit out of his girl at his house? I'm sorry. Let's talk about that for a second, bro. If somebody cuts you off and is not talking, she said he hasn't been talking to me, meaning she's probably been trying to talk to him and he's just not been talking. What does that mean? That means leave me alone. I don't like you. Go away. Oh man. It's like even her talking, which is supposed to like make the cop understand her side of the story and kind of sympathize with her. Nah, in this case, everything she's saying is hurting her. Can you please say something that makes us kind of side with you? Because everything you're saying right now is showing that you're crazy.
So I don't know. I just came to talk to him.
Did he have any idea you were coming over here?
No. But when I came over, he locked the door and wouldn't even answer the door.
Okay. Then what happened after that?
Shut up. Oh, bro, just stop talking. It's like she's trying to get herself in trouble. It's like she's trying to, does she even understand what's coming out of her mouth? What? Literally every 10 seconds that passes, this shit is a million times worse.
I continued to knock and ring the doorbell, and she opened the door, and things got physical between her and I.
Okay. What exactly happened?
I tried to push her back so that I could try and talk to him.
There's that.
So you tried to force yourself into his house. You pushed his girl out of your way while forcing yourself into the house that they literally locked and weren't letting you in. Can she get any crazier?
Alright, so you guys were there on the porch?
It happened all at the front door, yeah.
Okay. Like, did anybody, like, did it happen inside the house, or is it just all right there in
Well,
the front porch?
it started at the front door, and then it ended up on the porch.
Okay.
He started pushing me, and he's like, call 911, I want a restraining order, this and that.
Okay. So, but initially banged on the door, he looked out, saw you, shut the door, didn't want to come to the door, so then all of a sudden she comes out, opens up the door.
And things just got physical between her and I.
And then you pushed her first, and then...
Well, I didn't like push her, I just gently like pushed her to the side so that I could come in and talk to him. And that's when things between her and I, because then she like literally just went like that.
Okay.
And
Of course, because you're a strange woman in her house. Hello? My God, this is the boss of no self-awareness, bro. This is her. She's the one that started the no self-awareness pandemic amongst humans as a species. But do you not realize the words that are coming out of your mouth?
And that's when I got pissed off and I started laying hands on her.
Okay.
I mean, I wasn't trying to be mean. I wasn't trying to be physical. I'm done with the situation.
What's going on? Hey, man. Yeah. This has been something. Look at this shit, man.
Okay,
what happened? She came up on the porch, and I kept telling her, I said, don't answer. I have passed with this girl. She's a friend of mine. She was a friend of mine.
Friend. Yeah, right, bro. I just don't think y'all were just friends, bro. I'm just not buying that. Like, why would she be acting this utterly deranged? Given she could literally she is what it seems like clinically insane, bro. Whatever phrase you want to put, she's mental. But still, she would be double mental if y'all were just friends, or y'all get what I'm trying to say, man.
Sorry.
Hate to come here and bar stuff.
Oh, no, you're good, man. I totally understand. Sam, you get a pen.
I got it. I got my pen.
So she tried to open the door. Sam's like, no, you can't come in. My daughter's upstairs. She's like, we have a 3-year-old. She busts open the door. She tries to push her. She has marks on her. I had to get in between her and her. She scratched the shit out of me. She was choking her. And she's shooken up.
What's your name, sir?
This is my house.
Michael?
Yes, Michael. I don't know how she even found out where I live. I haven't talked to this girl since last year. Jesus.
What's her name?
Alexander? It's either Alexander or Michaela.
Oh, something else.
I know her last name is Barrett. Barrett, I believe.
Nah, for real though. Who would y'all remember what she just said to spell her last name, bro? Hey, what's your last name? Unless it's super long and complicated. Even then, you wouldn't spell it like this, where she would be like, Bravo, apple, orange, cheese, turtle. Like, what? That's exactly when I knew she's insane, dog. And not just insane, like super.
Where's she from?
She's from like Groveport, I think. Last time I heard, she lived with her mom. I don't know how she got my address.
When's the last time you've seen her?
She made contact with me during my divorce proceeding, which was August 11th of last year. That is the last time she showed up unannounced at court, and I had to have her removed. I haven't heard from her since, or talked to her. I've got her blocked on everything.
You came to the door? Mm-hmm. Was the door...
I opened the door because she wouldn't stop knocking, and my 3-year-old was asleep.
Knocking
Yeah, like I'm talking like hard ass pounding, ringing the doorbell over and over, and I'm like, dude, you gotta knock it off. I have a 3-year-old. What do you want?
Open the door.
Yeah, and then she shoved me back, grabbed.
You open this door?
Yeah, and then she like shoved me back and grabbed my throat, and then that's when I hollered for Michael, and then I ended up like shoving her and grabbing her throat. I'm like, dude, you need to leave.
Ended up in the house.
Choke off.
We probably, yeah.
Right in here?
Yeah.
Or were you on the porch or in the house?
Like she shoved me back in this way, and Michael came to get her back out so we could shut the door.
Okay. She got her finger stuck, but I was trying to get her. I was like, get out of my house.
You injured at all? You
Yeah,
get some scratches?
Yeah, she like grabbed my
She
wrist.
got me the worst, though.
And then she grabbed my throat too.
You guys want to charge us filed against her?
Yes, absolutely. I don't want her anywhere near my house. We have a 3-year-old. I have kids, man.
I want to
I'll give it back. We'll be back.
Shoot, watch who you make your friends. Because look, let me tell you something. The only way to deal with these sick, deranged people is to be sicker and more deranged than them, at least in terms of confronting them. Other than that, yeah, I guess your best bet is to get a restraining order and get the cops involved. But in this situation, bro, like, especially if this crazy ass deranged bitch pulls up to your house, bro. I mean, you had the perfect layup to beat. I don't condone this behavior. Hypothetically, in GTA 5 or GTA 6, if somebody was to break into your house and was attacking somebody you lived with that you loved dearly and was calling your wife, you have the right to beat the shit out of them. And once you beat the shit out of them, that might deter them from ever coming, your way again. It's either that or you get the cops involved, bro. Watch who you make your quote unquote friends, buddy. Friends, I don't believe that for a second, bro. This is an insane situation. Hold on.
Go get him in cuffs so I can get her in cuffs so I can get out of here.
Thank you, sir.
We got you and her. Then he got into it as well.
So I'm gonna backtrack. I actually have police reports on her from when she's been stalking me.
Okay, just hang tight right there, okay?
Even the cops don't know what to say to her, bro.
Short pass with her. He ain't seen her since August last year.
Mm-hmm.
She shows up here, beating on the door. Mm-hmm. She opens the door, but she's pounding on it, and she pushes her way in. They both have injuries that are short swelled.
What? Okay.
So
She was in group work.
Yes. She's doing what here?
To contact him, and they haven't contacted at all. He has not contacted her. She just shows up randomly to talk to him because he's with another girl.
She probably needs to plan one. So she's kind of walked over. Ma'am, come back here.
I'll just go into my car real quick.
Right here.
She knows she's done, bro.
What are you doing? Okay? Let's change my back.
They literally didn't even have to question them or ask them about anything. Her own words were enough to cook her. Her own words were enough to have any sane person look at her like, oh, what the hell, you dirty, you weird ass, crazy, deranged bag. Get here. Here's the cuffs. Put your hands behind your back. Just her words. She did not help herself at all. I can't believe what I'm watching. I literally cannot.
Palms together. Right now. Oh, there's
It's like 2 blocks of crash.
This phenotype of stalkers, her, to me, this is somebody who's crazy enough to possibly pull up and with a tool, right, with something, and just decide, oh well, my life sucks. You've had me blocked for this long and you're not messing with me, and your wife just beat the shit out of me because I tried to break into your house. I don't think both of us should live anymore and try to take you out. This is that type of crazy.
Do you have any weapons on you and your person? Any guns, knives, bombs, CNC devices, psychic fighters, anything like that? Examine your pockets just to make sure.
I'm about.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna grab your person here in a second. We're gonna have a seat in the patrol car, and we can get everything figured out here.
I have a police report
Just face the car for me.
where I live.
Okay.
Saying she's been stalking me. That's actually
Yeah, you're getting another one placed on you, dumbass.
Yeah, good. Have a seat for me. I'll grab your purse.
Yeah, sorry. We're just a little checked up.
Now, I know you talked to the other officer, so just give me the rundown, like what happened.
I have no idea. This
Okay.
girl and I used to be friends years ago, okay? She showed up unannounced at my divorce proceeding last year, August 11th. I don't know how she got my address. I haven't talked to her since.
That was back in August of last year?
Yeah. And I guess the only thing I seen is her and her struggling because she was trying to come in the house. This is my house, man. We have a 3-year-old upstairs. So I got in the middle of it trying to, get them away and just try to slam the door on her, so she don't come up in the house. She started swinging on her. She got marks all over me.
Yeah, okay.
I said,
Did all this happen like right here?
Yeah, right here.
Okay.
She got about right here. And I kept trying to get the door. I said, Sam, get back. I was trying to push her back. And she got her fingers right here. And I start pushing the door. I mean, she probably has marks on her from it. I wouldn't doubt it. But I said, get the out of my house. And she wouldn't leave. And then she sat right there on the porch, and that's when I called you guys.
Okay.
So I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing this. This is, I don't know.
She's trying to claim that.
Bro, in this situation, do you join your wife in beating her up in self-defense? Like, what do you do? Oh, man.
You guys are boyfriend, girlfriend for the last 5 years. You stopped talking for a little bit, so she just comes down here from Groveport completely unannounced to talk to you because you harassed her.
Yeah, no, she's actually made like 3 different Facebooks to try to contact me. She's even gone as far as like contacting my baby daddy, trying to make up some story about Michael. And then I blocked her each time, but no, she kept like knocking on the door, like hammering the door, ringing the doorbell. My baby's asleep, so I answered the door and I was like, "Can you please leave?" And at that time, she's like shoved on me trying to get in the house, and I was like shoved back. I'm like, "No, my daughter's in here." And then she grabbed me by my throat, and that's when I held for Michael.
We've never been together. Me and her were just friends. Me and her have been together over a year now, and we lived together. So I'm like, she don't even know I don't know how she got my address. She's blocked on everything.
Okay.
I mean, I'm a reserve.
Do you have any injuries, ma'am?
Yeah.
I got a scratch there.
Yeah, she went to grab up my watch because Michael told me to call the cops. So I was trying to use my watch, and she grabbed up my wrist, threw my glasses off, broke them. I think I got them fixed though. Maybe not. But
I'm going to separate them two, and she got me a couple times.
Okay. Yeah, because the way she was describing it was like she banged on the door, you didn't answer the door, she came and answered the door. She was like describing like everything happened here, and then kind of here.
Nope. I had to get in the middle of them two to separate them because I didn't want any issues. I just wanted her to get off my property.
and she wasn't. She was just pushing back on me, trying to get in the house. And I kept telling her, you know, I got a baby in here. And
You have a 3-year-old upstairs.
So how did she get inside exactly?
she was just.
All right.
Oh God, that's great.
Yeah, sorry about that. So you mentioned that the other lady had harassed you, stalked you, that sort of thing. Can you kind of go into detail about that?
This isn't even somebody that has the looks of like a stalker you would want. There's no type of stalker you'd ever want, but my point is, like, this isn't even like a 10 out of 10, bro, chasing you where some little dork is gonna comment, "Oh, bro, I'd want to be in your position." Nah, she looks like she makes potions on a different planet, not ours, somewhere else, and has to travel here for nefarious purposes. That's the best way I can describe it. Like, it's just not a stalker you would want off of all aspects, off of the behavior, looks, and all, bro.
Last year, his divorce got finalized. The only reason why she is involved was so he could lose everything. And I know that sounds really super crazy, but literally since she has been involved, we have not. Everything about us and trying to talk has changed.
Like since August or so?
That's called moving on, bro. That's called somebody that does not want you and is not interested. Can you, like, your brain is able to process the act of speaking. You are able to speak and convey your thoughts. Now, why can't your brain understand and compute and process the fact that, oh man, maybe this man doesn't want me? What is wrong with you? What type of DNA strand is this?
No, since October of 2021.
Okay, gotcha.
Is when they actually started talking. Once they started talking, she started giving him all these lies about me, and you know that I'm a stalker, I'm this, I'm that. And she and his ex-wife, along with his ex-wife's best friend, has been stalking me on my parents' property, because that's where I live, is with my parents up in Groveport.
Okay.
That's why I was actually going out to my car. I wasn't trying to run or anything. I was trying to grab up police reports.
Yeah.
And I'm just.
So were they showing up in vehicles? Are they on foot, or how were they?
No, they're what they're doing is, well, the first time around they were in his ex-wife's best friend's vehicle, and they circled around my parking lot. The last time they went, they were sitting in my neighbor's driveway, which is like in front of my house, because my driveway is really weird.
And yeah, that's pretty much it. Get in the comments to let me know what y'all think about this, bro. This was not just this was weird, bro. If you've ever wondered why mental asylums and hospitals exist, this is who. She's the reason they made all that shit. She's the reason they invented all them billions into building that shit. It's her. But yeah, bro, I'm out.